If the cricket field were compared to a stage play, the openers would be its heroes, and the bowlers its most exciting characters. But the climax of that drama is always written by the finishers. Freezing pressure, a soaring run rate, and the uncertainty of the final overs. Finishing is the mental strength that carries a team through all this to the shore of victory. Almost every team is blessed with such a player at some point. But when they leave, the void they create often remains unfilled for years. This is the story of 8 legendary finishers who wrote the final chapter of victory with their own hands in the history of cricket. If the word finisher ever needed a dictionary definition, the name Michael Bevan would be enough. He was not a run collector, but a strategist who targeted victory with surgical precision, ball by ball. His magical last ball boundary against the West Indies in Sydney in 1996 is still regarded as one of the greatest finishes in cricket history. Without chasing glamour, Bevan silently guided Australia to victory. And even today, Australia still struggles to find a true replacement for him. If Bevan was a strategist, Lance Klusener was a raging storm. Known as Zulu in the late 1990s, this South African all-rounder struck fear into opponents. His breathtaking performance in the 1999 World Cup still sends shivers through fans. Klusener was not just about hitting big, he was about standing tall under crushing pressure. Since his retirement, South Africa has never truly found an all-rounder of his impact. The mastermind who led Sri Lanka to the 1996 World Cup was Arjuna Ranatunga. More than physical strength, it was his sharp cricketing brain that won matches. He never crumbled under pressure, and always led from the front. Sri Lankan cricket itself was transformed by his leadership, and they have never again found a warrior leader quite like him. Decades later, the same revolution was repeated on English soil by Ewan Morgan. After the humiliation of 2015, he completely reinvented England's white ball cricket. He taught his team that 300 was not a huge score. It was just the beginning. His fearless approach, both as captain and finisher, made England world champions for the first time in 2019. His tactical brilliance and ice-cool mindset turned Morgan into a legend. Ross Taylor was New Zealand cricket's silent warrior, often overshadowed by Kane Williamson. He was in many ways the true architect of Kiwi victories. Whether rescuing his team from collapse or launching brutal attacks in the final overs, Taylor was New Zealand's most reliable guardian. The runs he carved out with his powerful slog sweeps turned many impossible situations into famous wins. Pakistan's ultimate crisis man was Abdul Razak. Time and again, when fans thought the game was lost, Razak dragged Pakistan back with his explosive hitting. From 1999 to 2011, he was Pakistan's finest match winner. With both bat and ball, he produced magic. And even today, a true all-rounder like him remains a dream for Pakistan. The champion of West Indies celebrations was Dwayne Bravo. Beyond the dancing and music was a sharp cricketing brain that could read the game perfectly. His ability to finish matches with the bat and control runs in the death overs with the ball was extraordinary. He gave West Indies confidence and remains one of their most beloved heroes. And no list of finishers is complete without the man who turned finishing into an art of meditation, MS Dhoni. With an ice-cold mind and hands of steel, Dhoni became the greatest finisher the game has ever seen. While others panicked as the run rate climbed, Dhoni remained calm. His style was simple: take the match deep, break the bowler mentally, and seize victory at the end. That 6 in the 2011 World Cup final alone is enough to define his legacy. Scoring over 10,000 runs, mostly while batting at number 6 or 7, is nothing short of extraordinary. Even today, whenever India is in trouble, every fan instinctively remembers the man with the long hair. These 8 legends were not just run scorers. They were the hope of entire nations standing on the edge of defeat. When they retired, it was not just a batting position that was lost, but a deep sense of trust. Even in modern cricket, filled with superstar hitters, the impact of those old-school finishers, who took games to the final over and won them in their own unique style, remains a void that has never truly been filled.